How do you do, fellow kids? I have another Masters of the Universe unboxing today. I have Jitsu. Jitsu is a character or an action figure that I had when I was a kid. I am so glad that they made this action figure. He was sort of a counterpart of Fisto. I believe I remember seeing him in the animated series back in the day. Just like Fisto, I don't expect Jitsu to have his karate chop action because I think, with the articulation, they didn't build in the spring-loaded joints and stuff like that for those action figures. I'm going to go ahead and get him out, and we're going to take a closer look. Yeah, I think there's so much that I love about this figure. The gold, the red. It's fun to have another human villain. So many of the villains in Masters of the Universe are creatures and monsters like Beastman and Aquaman. Skeletor, I think, falls into that category of being a ghoul. So anyway, yeah, let's go ahead and check him out. Before I take him out of the packaging, I just want to take a quick look at the artwork. He's got some really great artwork. I love the fact that they're doing new artwork, and it's still in the same style as the action figures from the packaging from the 1980s. Let's see, it says, ever searching for an opponent who can match him in combat, Jitsu challenges or channels dark energies to enhance his fighting power. And there's always a nice little Easter egg, and in this one we've got Cyclone here coming to He-Man's aid as he fights Jitsu and Skeletor. Got some explanation of his action here. Let's see, you can twist him into powerful battle positions, and he wields his sword with his other non-metal hand. He's part of this wave with the Sorceress, Classic Colors Sorceress, Buzz Off Stratos. This is mini comic Stratos, who looks like a naked guy instead of like gray Stratos, who either has gray skin or a gray jumpsuit, whichever one that is. And these are new for 22. I actually picked this up, I think, in December of 2021, and I was thinking I should post it so that I could have one on there early. And just everything in December going on was pretty hectic, so I never got around to it. But anyway, yeah, let's check him out. Yeah, now that we've got Jitsu on out of the package, adjusting my knife. We've got Jitsu out of the package. We can see he's got that wonderful. I don't know if this is vac metallized. I'm noticing that his metal hand definitely has a lot of shine to it, and that wasn't the case with Fisto. Fisto had more of a painted deal, and so this looks like it's, I don't know, like gold colored plastic or something, or I don't know if it's vac metallized, but very cool. Yeah, he's got a cool look to him. That red and gold really pops. And notice I've got a little bit of a paint mess up right here where I got some of the gold paint application on his red, I don't know, red studs or red jewels or whatever they're supposed to be. But yeah, really a cool action figure. Comes with the same sword, that same kind of katana type sword that Ninjor came with. Of course, I think in the vintage line, Jitsu came before Ninjor. Before Origins, Ninjor came out a few few waves prior. So we've got a side-by-side comparison with Fisto. These guys came out a couple years later in the line. I probably want to say closer to like 84, 85, something like that. I can't remember off the top of my head, and I'm not a very good MOTU historian. But anyway, I think that year I got the Fisto and Stridor 2-pack, and then I also got Jitsu, and that was great because they're a really good, they're really good opposites. I think one of the things that has struck me about Masters of the Universe is that there are just as many villains as heroes. I don't know if that's true, but it's closer to 50-50 than like G.I. Joe. G.I. Joe was like 2/3 heroes and 1/3 villains. And the difference is that G.I. Joe, the villains were kind of like nameless troops. So you had army builders. That's not a concept that that's not a concept that I was familiar with as a kid. So you got one Televiper. You didn't get my parents didn't go buy me 5 Televipers. So I had one Televiper and then 5 good guys. And so the backyard wars were a little uneven. Whereas Masters of the Universe didn't have as many of your army builders. In fact, I think the only real army builder there was in the vintage line was probably the Horde Troopers, and I never had one of those. But yeah, so you had all these these kind of like this gang of villains. Everybody was an individual, and then you had all these individual heroes. So you kind of had more of a 1-to-1 ratio of villains to heroes. So the other thing about Jitsu that makes me wonder is we've got this armor sculpt. I do think it's cool that for Jitsu and Fisto, instead of like the harnesses, they had this kind of removable armor, which was 2 pieces in the 80s, and they've kind of made it more of a rubberized piece that's one piece, and it like connects on the sides. That's the same for Fisto. So Jitsu's armor was reused in South America. That company that sort of semi-bootlegged the Masters of the Universe sculpts to create their own action figure line, Fuerza T, which was like a He-Man with like green hair and a green goatee, and he had basically Jitsu's armor. Oh, and Fisto's fist, I think. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, so and his I think the main villain of Fuerza T was like Webstore or something like that. I think the Merman sculpt was reused, but it was a good guy. It was like a Catman or something like that, which makes more sense than that head sculpt being on a fish person. But I would think that there's more complicated licensing with the Fuerza T type action figures than there is for Sunman. So I can see why Sunman might be made where Fuerza T wouldn't be. But I'd love to see the line go that direction. I mean, they can kind of reuse their some of those existing sculpts and and give us some additional characters. So but anyway, I'm really excited about Jitsu. He's part of this the latest line that I only have Jitsu. I have the other 3 on pre-order, and I'm supposed to get those any day now, but I don't. I'm getting a little nervous because those orders haven't been fulfilled yet. I know most of these people have seen them on the shelves, and so I don't know if people are just canceling their pre-orders or what. But I'm still got my pre-order on there. Sorceress, Buzz-Off, and Stratos. Hey, Entertainment Earth, send me my stuff. So if you like this review of Jitsu and you want to see more, I do a lot of Masters of the Universe Origins and G.I. Joe Classified, and a little bit Marvel Legends and some other stuff on my channel. Please subscribe, share it with others, and I'll see you on the next one.